In this week's Fresh Produce Market Overview, we discuss the latest trends and prices as usual, with potato prices that can increase soon. We however saw tomato prices decreasing again on the back of higher volumes. We also discuss some market trends with our regular market analyst Pieter van Zyl, all in this week's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. This outlook is made possible by Standard Bank, that plays a crucial role across the full agribusiness value chain, from what happens on the farm and beyond the farm gate, right up to when the farm's product reaches the retailer shelves. Because of this, they understand the full agriculture ecosystem and the trends and risks across the sector, and they're able to give guidance on the right finance, insurance and working capital solutions at every stage. Standard Bank, it can be.
Was the Hilux born a legend? No, it was made one by you.
Hi, I'm Johnny van der Merwe and welcome to this week's AMT Fresh Market Overview, made possible by Standard Bank, Nile Marketplace and Halfway Toyota. We're also excited to announce our last 3 finalists for our photo competition, whose photos will appear in this week's videos. Make sure to go and vote for your favorite photo on AMT's Facebook page. Congratulations, you also stand a chance to walk away with a Milwaukee prize worth 40,000 Rand on 31 August. Looking at the latest economic indicators, the Rand weakened significantly to 14.90 Rand per US dollar, while the latest Brent crude oil price decreased and traded $69.41 per barrel. Looking at the vegetable industry, we are in the middle part of the month, which is usually characterized by very low demand on the markets, which impacted most prices negatively over the past week. However, we can soon expect the impact of the recent frost in Limpopo to impact the potato market prices, with volumes delivered already lower week on week. Last week, the potato price stayed on its current level and traded on 52.68 Rand per 10 kilogram bag. This price is 42% higher than the long-term average over the past week, and the question remains, will we again see record high prices towards the middle part of October, as we did see last year? The latest tomato price decreased by 24% the past week, with volumes to the markets picking up again and traded on 6.16 Rand per kilogram. The latest carrot price decreased to 2.89 Rand last week, with volumes decreasing week on week. Carrot prices can pick up again towards the end of the month, which can be attributed to possibly higher demand in that period. The onion price traded 6% lower on 3.58 per kilogram last week. Make sure to tune in next week when me and Pieter will discuss this market in more detail. Other vegetable prices traded as follows. Cabbage prices decreasing to 2.22 Rand, garlic prices lower on 86.74 Rand, spinach prices decreasing to 4.18 Rand, sweet potatoes 11% lower on 3.67 Rand, while the latest pepper price again increased by 9% to 13.07 Rand per kilogram last week. This section was brought to you by Nile Marketplace. Nile provides an online platform to buy fresh produce directly from SA's leading farmers. The platform provides a single dashboard that shows live prices and availability for a wide range of fresh produce. As a buyer, you get access to high quality produce from well-known farmers at farm gate prices. Fresh produce trading has never been this efficient. Learn more at Nile.ag. Looking into the latest fruit prices, the banana price increased to 7.32 Rand, while the latest apple price increased by 4% to 7.21 Rand per kilogram, which was mostly due to seasonality and volumes decreasing. Pear prices also increased due to lower volumes, increasing by 4% to 7.62 Rand per kilogram last week. In the citrus market, the latest orange price remained on a lower level of 2.93 Rand per kilogram, and we can expect prices to trend mostly sideways over the coming few weeks. The latest lemon price traded on 3.47 Rand per kilogram last week. The avocado price decreased to 17.17 Rand per kilogram, with volumes still staying on a lower level and prices trading 9% higher than last year at the same time. Table grape prices decreased to 66.56 Rand per kilogram, while pineapple prices decreased to 4.50 Rand per kilogram. Blueberry prices decreased to 53.54 last week. Make sure to click on the Halfway Toyota link below. Andrew and his team at Halfway Toyota is waiting for you with the best prices and service countrywide for the Toyota of your choice. This broadcast was made possible by Standard Bank, Nile Marketplace and Halfway Toyota. As promised, we're here with Pieter van Zyl, our regular market analyst again today. Welcome Pieter, glad to have you back again.
Thank you, Johnny. Morning.
Pieter, we saw some significant changes on the markets the last month or so, mostly due to the frost circumstances as well as the looting that we had about a month or more than a month ago. What is the impact that the frost specifically had the past week, and what can we expect over the coming week or so?
Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, last week we spoke about the lowest sales volumes of potatoes since 2010 on the markets, obviously resulting in relatively high prices. And as soon as the effect of the recent frost damage begins to become visible on the markets, we can expect potato prices to experience further upward pressure. Last week was the third week in a row that tomato volumes have risen. Last week, because of the higher volumes, prices have fallen sharply, and I think we can expect that this trend will probably last another week or two. Onion prices have been moving sideways the last 3 or 4 months, and I will elaborate on this next week. On the avocado market, we've seen above normal prices since since March, April. And the lower supply of avos into the domestic market this year can be attributed to a couple of factors. For instance, in several production regions, cool, wet and cloudy weather was experienced for 3 weeks during flowering. Now that's around about September last year, which was not conducive to good pollination and fruit set. And what we've seen during the last 3 weeks, however, prices gradually began to decline. And this can probably be attributed, to demand factors, and because it is mid-month. Then again, peppers, we've seen sales volumes of peppers have been moving sideways over the last couple of weeks. Prices are still lower than a year ago, and the reason is that the sales volumes of June and July were more than normal. Since about the middle of May, we've seen a gradual increase in prices. However, the last 2 weeks, we have seen a sharp increase in prices, which is probably demand-driven. The average price of yellow peppers, however, last week came down by about 30%, probably because there are not much good quality yellow peppers available. But I think the real effect of the recent frost damage in Limpopo has probably yet to work through to the markets.
Thank you, Pieter. Just a quick follow-up question regarding tomatoes. I know you said tomato volumes increased on the markets again. To what can we attribute this specifically?
Well, normally we know every year around about July, August is a month with the highest sales volumes of tomatoes, and I think this month will not be the exception.
Okay, thank you. And the effect of the frost damage, specifically looking into potatoes, when can we expect that real effect to enter into the markets?
Well, that's difficult. Up to last week, there was no effect on the markets. Not yet. We know that about, when was it? The second part of July, that the frost damage. So maybe this week, maybe next week, we will see an increase in price.
Thank you very much, Pieter. Very insightful. And if you look to get your hands on the monthly as well as weekly vegetable or fruit reports from AMT, please make sure to contact me or Pieter van Zyl. Thank you very much, Pieter.
Thank you, Johnny.